The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, for the first time in 6 years, the Grand Bahama Taxi Union held elections at the GB Taxi Union Hall. Incumbent President Harold Curry Sr. is in the race once again, as Naco Bryce and Felix Delancey also throwing their hats in the race. Our Jolanda Thompson-Everest reports that members are hoping for significant progress this year.
After a 6-year hiatus, hundreds of taxi drivers gathering at the Taxi Union Hall to cast their vote for the new 2024 president-elect. These voters are excited for the new way forward and are expecting their new leader to strategically improve the bus system on the island, strengthen ties with the government, and ensure that bus drivers secure more economic benefits of tourism. With a membership of over 150 people, the drivers have become intolerant, mentioning issues surrounding the bus system at the harbor and the airport needs to be addressed. Additional concerns include working with tour operators and government agencies to ensure fair, balanced, and diverse business transactions.
Our president, you must be a people person. You must have love for people. You must want to see the industry grow and progress.
All of the potential candidates for the leader right now, to me, all of them are relevant and decent.
Who run into office, I expect for them to deliver to the members the way they say, what they have on their posters.
Progress is important right now. So as Mr. Curry said, that he is willing and he's going to try to do his best along with the members, his executive teams.
The only way it works if everybody unite and come to the table in agreements.
Incumbent President Harold Curry Sr. reflecting on his tenure as he makes his bid for re-election. Curry acknowledged that his role has not always been easy, but he believes his record speaks to the progress that the union has made under his leadership. He also highlights the effort of union members to improve the maintenance of their fleets in a bid to provide better customer service and quality experiences.
Buses got everything. What the taxi drivers got? Nothing. Over 200 taxi play they give out. What for the taxi drivers? Nothing. Taxi drivers, wake up.
Yes, we can understand free range, and the union must force road traffic when they sign those people, whoever they have in charge at the union, whether at the airport or the harbor, they must have a copy of the list to take off name as they go.
This new project coming up with the carnival, the carnival site, and we're trying to make sure that our members have good jobs up there. We're going to make sure that the site, they have a good working areas, working facilities, make sure they have good parking areas.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Now on to the education beat. Over 90% of administrators from Inagua to Grand Bahama returning to work Wednesday morning, according to Stephen McPhee, president of the Bahamas Educators Managerial Union. Administrators across the country withdrew their services on Tuesday, but chose to return to work following a critical meeting between union executives, labor officials, and the Ministry of Education representatives. McPhee says that this issue had been pending for years, centered on addressing the misapplication of policies and practices affecting union members.
All of the administrators returned to work bright and early, some from as early as 6 a.m. this morning. One of the core concerns was the application of testing suitability on a promotion exercise. And the union found it somewhat abusive that the employer would have managers and supervisors in a promotion exercise not promoted, but appointed to serve to test suitability in offices that they would have already demonstrated they met the requirements for. We came to the agreement that that practice that appears to be very disadvantageous.
Now, the president notes that the union is currently assisting the employer by providing necessary documents to facilitate progress. And responding to reports from another union leader regarding smooth school operations, McPhee attributed this success to effective training and preparation of managers and supervisors. He says the meeting was constructive and successful.
The employers agreed that if we meet the criteria, we apply for a post, we're interviewed, then at the end of the day, we shall be promoted. We also agreed that in cases where there may be exigencies that may arise out of or vacancies that may arise out of exigencies and emergencies, that yes, persons may be appointed to act during that time. But even in that case, their acting appointment will count as experience, and they would be paid for that period of acting where possible.
Well, officials from the Lucayan Service Company Limited releasing an update on Taino Bridge restoration. Officials say this vital infrastructure, which supports both pedestrian and vehicle traffic and houses essential utilities, is undergoing significant improvements. The statement reads, the restoration project has advanced through several key phases. The design, led by Integrated Building Services Limited, is complete, and Bahamas Hot Mix has been selected as the contractor for the reconstruction. Before work can begin, utilities in the bridge central median must be relocated. LUSCO is collaborating with utility providers to finalize these plans. The statement adds that during the construction, the LUSCO and the Tamarind development are focused on minimizing disruption, and Mariners' notice advises boaters to use alternative routes. Weekly inspections by LUSCO, the GBPA, Building and Development Services Department, and the project engineer will ensure safety. The statement concludes noting that while the current lane closures may cause some inconvenience, the goal is to deliver a restored bridge that enhances safety and functionality. Well, it was one fateful day now more than a decade ago that took the world to its core, or that shook the world rather, when the U.S. was hit by an unprecedented terror attack, leaving an open wound that would not begin to heal until Osama bin Laden was killed in a U.S. military special operation in 2011, nearly 10 years later. Cleopatra Murphy has this reflection on 9/11.
The cockpit's not answering. Somebody stabbed in business class, and I think there's mace that we can't breathe. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked.
Somebody hit the World Trade Center or the...
Where were you on September 11, 2001? It's a memory many remember vividly, even 23 years later, as the U.S. marks the anniversary of the deadliest terror attack on U.S. soil in history.
I was in my living room. It was early in the morning. The gentleman that still runs my company today calls me up. He's a New Yorker. And he said, literally, he goes, dude, turn on your TV. We're being attacked. Somebody's bombing the World Trade Center. And we turned on our TV. And we're in St. Petersburg, and we actually watched on television the second World Trade Center have a plane fly into it. And at the time, you didn't know it was a plane. It just looked like it blew up, is what it looked like. And, but yeah, I don't think anybody that lived in the United States can forget where they were that day.
It's the day the twin towers of the World Trade Center went crashing down after two hijacked airlines slammed into them minutes apart. An additional flight struck the Pentagon, while another thought to be headed to the U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C., crashed into a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. At the end, leaving 2,977 people dead, among them more than 300 firefighters, not including the 19 Osama bin Laden-led al-Qaeda terrorists. Several Bahamians reflected on the event one calls one of the saddest days in U.S. history.
I turn on the TV and I see this plane going straight through the building. I say, oh my God. And then I see things going down. I began to pray.
First of all, I thought it was an earthquake, but as you sat down and all the news stations, they were reporting the same story, you realized that it was a terror attack.
23 years later, as the U.S. continues to mark the anniversary of the day so many lives were lost, Geraldine Dean and American Danny O'Brien hope a tragedy at that scale never repeats.
My sympathy is with them, and I continue to pray for the safety of the United States, and I pray that nothing like this ever happens to them again, or no one.
We're resilient. I really don't know. It's still a scar.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, after a long hiatus, the Red Cross ball is back and bigger than ever before. That story when the Bahamas Tonight returns.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this one.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
I'm reading an iVox book from the library. And I'm reading a Vox book. What? An iVox book is a storybook that moves with you. And a Vox book is a book that reads along with you. Ooh, let me see.
The Sir Charles Haywood Library introduces Vox and iVox reading books, a brand new collection of interactive reading technology, the first of their kind in the Bahamas for children. But wait, there's more. We're also introducing Overdrive, our digital library, where you can find books for teens, young adults, and the young at heart, with over 4,000 magazines for people of all ages and interests. Come on, bring your entire family. Swing by and give them a try. They're all available at the Sir Charles Haywood Library.
Grand Bahama, Wednesday, September 25th. We're remembering Obi with a One Love Gospel concert featuring Bishop Denzel Rose, The Cooling Water, Oslin Charte, Bishop Simeon Alton,
I'm pressing on.
West End Primary, Holmes's Rock Primary, Martintown Primary, and 8 Mile Rock High School. There'll also be special tribute. It's a One Love Gospel concert remembering Obi, September 25th at the 8 Mile Rock High School gym at 6:30 p.m. Be there.
Freeport's Got Talent. Choirs, bands, and soloists. Register by Friday, September 13th. Event hosted in Fort Lucaya Marketplace, September 27th, 28th, and 29th. Freeport's Got Talent. It's a $5,000 grand prize. Brought to you by the Grand Bahama Port Authority.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Grand Bahama Center, the local branch of the Bahamas Red Cross, has a deep understanding of the extensive efforts required for hurricane recovery, having managed the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian in 2019. However, their commitment extends beyond disaster response, offering support throughout the year. After a long hiatus, the organization is now preparing to revive its Red Cross Ball, aiming to continue its vital work and community engagement. The details are in this report.
My whole thing was helping people. I love to help people.
Hansel King, founder and former chairperson of the Bahamas Red Cross in Grand Bahama, says it was that love that drove him to take on the challenge of establishing the Grand Bahama Center, which officially began operations in 1975.
We were new, and we started from scratch. We had Meals on Wheels, things like that. I acquired a vehicle, a used vehicle to do Red Cross work. We would visit shut-ins. We had a program for them.
He says the success of these ventures relies heavily on sponsors who support the organization's operations. During his tenure, he involved many people and organized fundraising events that united the community and provided essential funds.
It started with the fair, and then we ended up having the ball, which became a yearly thing. At the fair, we had all of the local expatriates representing so many different nations. They all contributed by giving Bahamians a taste of their cuisine. So that was very popular.
Over the years, the community has witnessed the Red Cross's dedication firsthand during Hurricane Dorian, as the organization sprang into action just hours after the all-clear was given.
We started off with relief. We went, gave them the relief, the boxes with the hygiene and stuff for them to get on their feet. We also had livelihood. Those persons who had businesses and had to rebuild, so we had that. So they would come in and sign up for that, and we would go out. And then the home repair.
As recovery efforts continue and people continue to seek assistance, the Red Cross is preparing to reintroduce its fundraising event, the Renaissance Ball.
The last time we've had it was 2007, so that's like 17 years ago. So I'm sure we're trying to do that, so the committee is working really hard.
The event is scheduled for October 19 at the Grand Lucayan with the theme Resilient, Renewed, Recharged. As the organization strives to sustain its crucial work, you can contribute by attending for a donation of $175. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Thanks, Raven. Well, the community of Abaco discovered hope and strength in one another in the wake of Hurricane Dorian. In this report, we hear about the powerful connections formed among those affected, united by their love for community and one another. These residents found beauty even in the darkest of times.
I've never seen cars being tossed up in the air before, and their alarms were going off.
The name of the house that was here before Dorian was Turning Point. So after we managed to rebuild the new house, of course, it had to become Returning Point.
There is no place like home. After losing everything, the resilient community of Abaco has found solace and strength in one another. Residents like Joy Chaplin and Barbara Foreman of Leisure Lee were moved by the profound sense of unity that emerged while they were in a state of crisis. They say it is one of the reasons they never left.
You had to be humbled a lot by the help that we got from some of the NGOs, in particular World Central Kitchen, the Water Mission, who set up stations, and quite a few of us in the community got together and worked on food distribution, and that went on for several years.
I love living here. I find the Abaco people are really, they have a good unity.
Local resident Kadriana Roll shares a similar testimony of connecting with others affected by the disaster. With friends and her one-year-old son at home, a tree crashed into their house, narrowly missing the child. Forced to flee, Roll waded through flood waters with her son in a cooler. Once in safety, she, along with other survivors, focused on feeding other mothers and children in the shelter.
I got this container, and alongside a cooler that was floating already, we put stuff in it that we can use. Like I said, deodorant and pads and, baby food and stuff like that.
While wading through the flood waters to help others, her life was also at risk.
Because there was so much debris, whatever that was in the water, as I suspected as a shark, it couldn't get my waist.
Driven by a love for their community and one another, they found beauty in the midst of calamity.
It also just made you realize how unimportant, at the end of the day, so many of these physical possessions or...
I went through mentally was nothing I wished upon anyone, but through it all, I can say God did preserve my son and I.
A lot of Abaconians, they're strong people, but you can see shock in their eyes.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, tell us what's happening in sports.
Well, Miko, coming up in sports, the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball Association gearing up for the playoffs at the sports complex. Don't go away. Sports is next, right after this break.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization. So if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
Get ready for back to school with Bellevue Business Depot. Enjoy 20% off store-wide and enter to win a laptop, smartwatch, or gift certificate when you spend $50 or more. Drawing is on September 21st. Don't miss out.
One of the biggest decisions you will make when remodeling a kitchen is the design choice for your kitchen cabinets. Whether you want your kitchen to look modern or traditional, the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets will make a sound choice. Stop into Conard Bahamas today and let them enhance your kitchen with the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets. At Conard Bahamas, they also carry an array of Calacatta quartz countertops. Conard Bahamas, Sandy Port Nassau, Freeport Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera.
Hi, I'm Derek Stubbs.
And I'm Cindy Russell. ZNS 810 AM presents
Grand Bahama. Get ready for the event of the year. Experience a live recording of one of the Bahamas' leading gospel ensembles, Shabbat, on stage with some of gospel's greats, along with the Grand Bahama gospel community. Sunday, National Heroes Day weekend, October 13th, 7 p.m., Jubilee Cathedral, East Settlers Way. It's a free event. Don't miss an experience of a lifetime.
But it doesn't stop there. You can be a part of the largest music workshop and coming together of the island's best in creative arts. Register today by scanning here or get an application from your local church. The Grand Bahama Music Workshop begins Wednesday, October 9th at 7 p.m. nightly through Friday the 11th. Sessions for choir members, praise teams, dancers, musicians, sound technicians, and media operators. The nightly sessions followed by a mass choir rehearsal to record special songs at Shabbat's live recording.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. We have a whole lot of sports for you. Let's begin with softball.
Get out of here now! Down the middle, let's go, Rasta.
Action continued to heat up at the Grand Bahama Softball Park in the GB Amateur League. The Royal Bahamas Police Force defeated Grand Bahama Health Services 6-3 in corporate play. In co-ed action, Kelly's edged out Cooper's Destroyers by 1 run, 7-6. The CLA Haters got the win against Ira Boys 12-9 in all-men play, and the GBPA lost to Pat Uniform in co-ed action. The final score was 11-3. Fast pitch action will continue this Friday at the park. Regular season play will be on Saturday and Sunday. Next in sports, the Grand Bahama Secondary School Athletic Association calendar kicks off at the end of September with volleyball first on the schedule for junior and seniors. One of the focus this year is going to be player eligibility, according to association executives.
We have always had a problem with the age, and that is something we're working with so that we ensure that everyone gets an opportunity to compete at the junior or senior levels. So we're looking at eligibility, 4-year eligibility for seniors starting from grade 10, and then for juniors you have to be at a certain age. So if you're going to be competing at the junior level in 2024, you have to be 14 all of that year, and then moving over into 2025 you can become 15 years of age for you to be eligible for the junior competitions.
Switching gears now to the WNBA, Jonquel Jones and the New York Liberty improved to a league's best 30-6 record after taking down the Dallas Wings 105-91. Jones had 19 points and 5 rebounds in the win. Grand Bahamian Buddy Hield was at the game to support Jonquel Jones while in the Dallas area. And finally in sports, the Miami Dolphins will take on the Buffalo Bills on Thursday Night Football in an early AFC divisional showdown. Both teams are coming off a Week 1 win to start the season. Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
The forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
The Paint Fair family is excited to announce that they're rolling out to a new location soon. Stay tuned for grand reopening details and special giveaways. In the meantime, they are still operating on West Mall Drive while finishing up the renovations.
Jane Champagne and The Rhythm presents 102.7 The Rhythm turns 3, and it's a big performance with Taurus Riley live. Taurus Riley live. Oh yeah, the hitmaker, the reggae icon, Taurus Riley live. Saturday, December 14th at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. Doors open at 8 p.m., showtime at 11 p.m. For 102.7 The Rhythm big birthday party with Taurus Riley live. Get tickets online now. TheRhythm3.com. And it's a big performance. Taurus Riley. Brought to you by Jane Champagne and The Rhythm. Saturday, December 14th, 102.7 The Rhythm turns 3 with Taurus Riley live.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared. Your #1 news team covering the North, the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Lakeisha Deuce Moxie over there in Florida, you are our Facebook friend of the day. We hope you had a fantastic birthday. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the news team here in the North, I'm Abaco Knowles. Thanks for watching. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a busy day for the Prime Minister, whose signature is now on another two multi-million-dollar agreements for the Northern Bahamas. Strength and unity, law enforcement leaders from around the world meet here in the capital to share knowledge, resources, and strategies in the fight against transnational crime. Plus, the Valley Boys gets an F. Find out the rationale behind one faction of the world-famous Junkanoo group being relegated to the bottom of the parade. And in sports, Bishop Joseph Smith crosses over from the court to the pulpit. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Makush Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. We begin tonight with another economic boost for the Northern Bahamas. The government just hours ago inking a new deal to continue what's being dubbed the resurrection of Walker's Key. Devontae Hanna is on the story.
Government on Wednesday afternoon signing a multi-million-dollar heads of agreement for the continued revitalization of Walker's Key.
This agreement sees to it that Walker's Key realizes the full potential, maximizing both economic and environmental welfare.
Carl Allen, principal, says there will be a small hotel, a 150-seat casino, among other developments on the island, just 53 miles off the tip of West and Grand Bahama.
In 18 months, we'll probably be checking people into their rooms. We'll be employing, I think, going up to about 80 Bahamians.
Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis shared more on other projects, and he says in the planning phase, the perseverance of the environment was a priority.
The historic church on Walker's Key will be restored in collaboration with the Antiquities, Monuments and Museum Corporation in strict accordance with the legal and conservation standards. Commerce on the Key will be further bolstered by the implementation of a fuel dock, retail dive shop, and scuba diving operations, further cementing Walker's Key as a hub for marine activity.
Negotiations, according to the pair, have lasted over a year to ensure the best possible results for Bahamians and visitors alike. Wednesday afternoon's signing was the third family island development project to be made official in less than 3 days.
It is a commitment of our government, this administration, to ensure that, like I said, that the wealth of the Commonwealth becomes common. It only will become common if all the islands are provided with the infrastructural upgrades to attract investments such as we're seeing now today.
At the moment, Allen says he and his team have been enjoying the island, and in just a few short months, they are hopeful the economy can see an even bigger boost.
Great marina. We've got a great utility district going in. But this agreement really makes it where we can now start to go forward with the real structure.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Walker's Key, certainly not the only agreement locked in today. Corporal Pyfrom has more on a contract signed with promising dividends for one Abaco community.
It wasn't that long ago that Treasure Key in the Abacos was experiencing an economic boom. Visitors from all over were flocking to this island community. Construction was on the up and business opportunities were in no short supply. It was a playground for the rich and often famous, and its golden era seemed limitless. That all changed, and in a post-Dorian era, Treasure Key is one of those communities that has suffered an economic setback. But now, Florida-based developer Greenpoint Holdings has been given the green light from the government to begin the restoration of Treasure Key Abaco.
This agreement with Greenpoint Holdings Limited, LSC, to revitalize Treasure Key represents a turning point for the Abacos and is a welcome initiative that is set to benefit Abaco's economy, an injection of growth that has been needed in the post-Dorian era.
Prime Minister Davis signing a deal with Greenpoint Holdings CEO Edward Burr Wednesday. Burr has built up quite a rapport with Treasure Key.
I have been a resident of Treasure Key since 2005. I've been a visitor to Treasure Key since the mid-90s. And it's a special place in our heart, and our company is dedicated to making it a special place and restoring that great history that it once had.
This $177 million development, starting with phase 1, will restore infrastructure, including the marina and harbor. They will also construct new residential units, a hotel, and essential services such as a grocery store, all designed to enhance the lives of both Bahamians and visitors alike.
The deal, the Prime Minister says, will mean economic opportunities in both employment and investment for Bahamians.
We are steadfast in our commitment to ensuring that Bahamian workers are prioritized at every stage of this project, and we welcome Greenpoint's initiative to provide training opportunities for Bahamians and reduce dependence on foreign labor.
The administration has had a week jam-packed with some noteworthy contract signings, and according to the Prime Minister, there are no plans in sight of slowing this momentum down. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pfeiffer.
A meeting of the minds as law enforcement officials from around the world pool their resources, intelligence, and best practices to prevent and better respond to criminal activities threatening safety and stability. Again, here's our Devontae Hanna with the story.
For the next 3 days, top law enforcement officials from 35 countries around the world will put on their thinking caps to devise new strategies to combat transnational crime at Interpol's 26 Americas Regional Conference here in the capital.
By aligning our strategies and deepening our cooperation, we not only enhance our national security efforts, but also contribute to the overall security of the region. The Bahamas recognizes the importance of this collaboration. We have invested in advanced technology, reinforced our legal framework, and enhanced our law enforcement capabilities.
The conference officially opened Wednesday morning at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort with Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis setting the scene for what Interpol Secretary General Mr. Stock says will help to put a dent in major crime threats across the region.
Interpol assists member countries in dismantling the structures of these criminal gangs by systematically collecting information also from the Caribbean and providing the necessary analysis and giving back investigative leads that help dismantling those gangs and help frontline policing.
Commissioner of Police Clean Fernando expressing hope the Assembly can foster relationships for assistance in times of need.
You could see the presence of the officers across the board to continue to build that relationship, to be able to pick up the phone to Jamaica, to be able to pick up the phone to Canada, to be able to pick up the phone to Africa, and to get whatever information, the timely sharing of information to assist in investigation.
The overall goal, according to officials, is to pool resources, intelligence, and best practices. The conference concludes on September the 13th. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Meantime, a disturbing social media post leads to an independent investigation of an upper student of Lyford Key International and the police reiterating the importance of school safety. Addressing the media, Assistant Commissioner of Police Dr. Chaswell Hanna says a parent reported that a 9th grade student might have had intentions to use a gun to harm fellow students.
At no time any student was in danger. There's no firearms involved. Contrary to what you may see floating around. The long and short of it, as much as I could say, is it's just some inappropriate social media banter. Some of it involving some Google search photographs of some weapons, but there was no actual weapon.
In a statement, Lyford Key International head Audrius Barzdukas said the incident highlights an issue all children, parents, and schools across the world struggle with: the use of social media. The statement further points to the school's digital media policies and procedures for both students and staff at the school as they seek to foster digital citizenship within all its learners. Still to come, taxi union elections. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
At Commonwealth Bank, we offer affordable and flexible choices to get you back to financial fitness. Our personalized debt consolidation solution is built to fit any financial situation. One easy-to-handle monthly payment reduces your monthly expenses and gets you back on track to savings. Life is great when you're not weighed down by debt. Consolidate and live your best life with Commonwealth Bank, your leader in personal banking services.
With BGC's crystal clear mobile service, stay connected seamlessly, whether on land or at sea. Our reliable postpaid plans keep your loved ones closer, no matter where life takes you.
Finger-licking good.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
One of the biggest decisions you will make when remodeling a kitchen is the design choice for your kitchen cabinets. Whether you want your kitchen to look modern or traditional, the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets will make a sound choice. Stop into Conard Bahamas today and let them enhance your kitchen with the Casablanca White Shaker cabinets. At Conard Bahamas, they also carry an array of Calacatta quartz countertops. Conard Bahamas, Sandyport, Nassau, Freeport, Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Eleuthera.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
The upcoming Junkanoo parades stand to look a little different this year as the public spat between warring factions of the Valley Boys groups take another twist and turn.
Together they stand, divided they fall, and as it stands, only one of the Valley Boys' 2 factions will make it to Bay for the upcoming Boxing Day and New Year's Day parades, at least as a major group. Selected, the Valley Boys under the chairmanship of Brian Adderley, and according to JCMP Chairman Dion Miller, that decision's unanimous and final.
The Valley Boys, the way forward, are not registered with the JCMP to participate in upcoming parades. As we communicated with the government yesterday, they will be allowed to participate as a fun group. And the rules is the rules. The registration process opens April 1st and it concludes on June 1st. So it's during that period where groups are allowed to register for membership as well as participation in the parade. As I stated, the Valley Boys under Brian Adderley were registered to participate in the parades. The Raleigh Boys, the way forward, are not registered to participate in the parades. As simple as that.
This latest development in a standoff between the groups, the government even stepping into the fray, withholding seed money pending a meeting between the groups, stakeholders, and title sponsor this past Sunday. In the end, no white flag, no talk of unifying. The decision later made to give the seed money to both groups.
Junkanoo belongs to the Bahamian people, not to any one or group of individuals. And therefore, my statement would have made that decision. We made that decision, and through my statement, that we will provide both groups with the necessary funding in order for them to reach Bay Street. The decision on which group is either A or F or B or whichever category is that of the JCNP. But I do believe that in the long run, we have to look at what's best for Junkanoo and understand that the Bahamian people come on Bay Street to see the best of the best perform. And I mean, if it was my decision, in my opinion, I believe that both fractions should have been given the opportunity to compete for a prize.
Warring aside, the JCNP chair holds that the upcoming parades will be no less exciting.
The Saxons are on notice. They're defending their title. The JCMP are ready to roll. Our judges are in place. We finished our process shortly. The rules are ratified, and it's time to go to Bay.
Miller holds that the Valley Boys' ongoing saga is unfair to its members and the Junkanoo community. Meantime, chairman of the Valley Boys, The Way Forward, Trevor Davis, promises that regardless of how things appear right now, the Valley Boys Junkanoo group that is legally registered will be on Bay as an A group. Well, in other news tonight, nearly 400 individuals today marking their X aside the name of the person they hope will become the next president of the Bahamas Taxi Cab Union. Determined to hold on to that position, incumbent Wesley Ferguson stressed that during his 3-year tenure, there were changes and improvements.
Under my leadership, the taxi union has broken many barriers. This is the first time that we have taxi drivers in modern numbers of more than 1,800 in numbers. We got our taxi plates issued, and we got an increase within a 12-month period. We caused the government to revert the SD plates back to white and green numerals.
But President Hopeful Michael Bullard from the New Vision team and Vice President Hopeful Stefano Wilkinson from Team United says it's time for a change.
We feel that the vision must go higher and above what Mr. Ferguson has done this part. We think that the taxi drivers, along with the Bahamas Taxi Cab Union, is now to the point where we have to counteract with our members, to take our members to the next level, to be more professional.
Well, the first thing is to make sure that all taxi drivers are part of the industry through agency shop and membership. I am going to drop that $100 entry fee, and everybody is going to be able to join the union free of charge.
23 years to the day, life changed for the world when 19 al-Qaeda terrorists in Boston hijacked 4 commercial flights. The suicide mission resulting in the deaths of 3,000 people when the planes crashed in a field in Pennsylvania, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and the World Trade Center's Twin Towers in New York City. Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, today reflecting on the impact of that attack.
Travel has changed significantly. It's more of a hassle because of those unfortunate events. But I'm sure it's a very sad anniversary for people who lost loved ones, thousands. It was a tragic and dramatic event which changed our lives.
Minister Mitchell offering condolences to the families of those killed that day.
We have to pay attention to issues like poverty and that there's a disequilibrium in the world and people have different views about what is good and what is just. And in this situation, an unjust result came from the fact of this disequilibrium in the world, and people turned to violence instead of trying to find peaceful solutions to issues. Those who are developed countries and those who are developing countries should therefore commit themselves to trying to work toward a world which is more just and fair.
Well, another 40 under 40 will be recognized for their academic achievements, professional success, or community involvement. In this report, our West Calix Forbes had the opportunity to sit and chat with 4 of the nominees.
Two 40 under 40 honorees include Peter Haven, Executive Director of the Bahamas Anti-Doping Commission, and Darren Donaldson, Secretary General of the Bahamas Olympic Committee and Director of Tennis at the Lyford Key Club. Both shared how sports have helped them and how they view sports to help others.
I've been able to travel all over the world. I've actually been able to meet so many people that I've wanted to meet, whether it's athletes or just celebrities at different sporting events. I've also been able to mentor young individuals through what I do.
Through sports, which I always loved, I learned to write emails, I learned to do budgets, learn finance, learn sports education. I'm here doing public speaking, so sports is very diverse, and through sports I was able to go to the Olympics, which is one of the biggest, or if not the biggest sporting competition in the world.
Also being honored next week are Aloysius Kemp II, CEO of Clear Solutions Plus and New Wave Development, and Jewel Pratt, who works to ensure that the banks are compliant.
The impact that my current role has upon the country is a macroeconomic perspective of the current state of the financial sector. So my role is largely based on delving into different sectors within the financial industry to understand any possible risks.
Aloysius Kemp describes himself as a serial entrepreneur, and he is not only the founder of Clear Solutions Plus and New Wave Development, but also Safety Solutions and many more.
Clear Solutions Plus, it is a remediation and restoration company, actually the leading remediation and restoration company in the Bahamas. We do work for the government and the private sector through the length and breadth of the island throughout the entire Bahamas.
The event is set to take place next weekend at the Grand Hyatt at Bahama. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix-Forbes.
Well, we still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for tonight, we'll take a look at one of our volleyball greats as he ventures into a new field of expertise. Details ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
Tourism today. Bahamas Tourism today. Demonstrating the beauty of Bahamian art, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, announced the results of the Downtown Nassau Mural Project and the launch of the Family Island Icon Project.
In March of this year, the Tourism Development Corporation and the Revitalization Unit, we announced the launch of the Downtown Murals Project. The project stands as a testament to the commitment of this administration to preserving the rich heritage of the Bahamas, enhancing our overall tourism product as a destination, and stimulating the local orange economy through the transformation of urban spaces. It gives me great pleasure to announce that the 6 artists approved by the selection committee for this project are Rashid Demerit, Randia Coakley, Angelica Wallace-Whitfield, Jared Aubrey, and Jarrell Williams. I'm also extremely excited to announce the launch of the Family Island Icon Project. In this latest initiative, the Ministry of Tourism, in close collaboration with Bahamas Ambassador for Cultural Affairs and celebrity artist Jamal Rowe, we are working to create a collection of iconic Instagrammable signs that will capture the character, the charm, and the uniqueness of our islands. Each of these artistic signs will pay homage to the unique identity of their respective islands. They will provide visitors and locals with memorable, photo-worthy experiences that will allow for greater promotion of our destination.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Marco's, the pizza that's perfect for every party, every moment, and every occasion.
decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time. Life's twists, turns, and defining moments. RBC is open for all
of you. Whether you're crossing borders or navigating busy airports, with BTC's reliable data roaming, you're always in touch. In a fast-paced world, staying connected is key. Don't miss important moments. Stay connected effortlessly with BTC wherever your journey takes you.
Welcome to our SBDC Business Tips, where we share valuable insights with small business owners. From practical advice to actionable tips, we're here to support you on your journey to success. Network, network, network. Networking is a powerful tool for entrepreneurs. Building relationships with other business owners, industry professionals, and potential customers can open doors to new opportunities, collaborations, and valuable insights. Attend networking events, join industry associations, and use social media to expand your network. Networking is more than just exchanging business cards. It's about fostering meaningful relationships that can propel your personal and professional growth as an entrepreneur. We hope you find these business tips helpful. To help your business reach its full potential, visit sbdcbahamas.com or give us a call at 242-461-SBDC.
Unity and accountability within our communities should not be the culture of the past, but they should guide how we live today. At the heart of our communities are our children, the future pillars of our nation. Together, we need to protect our future by making sure our children attend school. Committed to our future, the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training has established a toll-free hotline to provide a confidential and supportive channel for concerned citizens to report students who are not in attendance at school. Join us in weaving the fabric of a stronger community. Make a commitment to each child's success. Make a complaint or raise a concern by calling 42-CHILD. That's 422-4453 or 727-7081 in Grand Bahama. Remember, every child counts, and as keepers of our community, our children, our future is everyone's business.
This public service announcement was brought to you by the Communications section of the Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training in conjunction with this station.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Dr. Gale, and I'm inviting you to be a part of a journey where we open the Word of God to receive strength, to receive empowerment from the Scriptures as they have been written. Get your Bibles, get your cup of coffee or your tea, because this journey is gonna be great. This is your day of victory.
Clint Watson has been the trusted voice of journalism for over 2 decades. He is your first choice for hard-hitting discussions, your best choice for current affairs issues and investigative journalism. It's time to start the journey of relentless journalism. It's time to start the journey of facts over fiction. It's time for the Rundown with Clint Watson here on ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Be it the meals prepared at home, enjoyed in restaurants, or bought from the supermarket, being mindful of food safety can make all the difference. Professor at the University of Georgia, Dr. Aaron Bodie, shared tips for keeping food safe.
Put lime on everything. Lime and sours kill everything. So you get, some lettuce, any produce you get, any meat products you get, just cut some lime and put lime on it, because lime kills a lot of the bacteria from most of these pathogenic bacteria. It's going to kill it, and you just wash it off with some water.
Well, simple steps like these can prevent a range of foodborne illnesses. It's also that you check expiration dates and a product's ingredient list.
In terms of reading products, a lot of these things say natural, but they ain't really natural. So make sure look at what they have in there. The more ingredients they have, the worse it is. So if you want natural, it does have to have about 2 ingredients on it. And then sugar. Everything that you pick up gonna have a lot of sugar in it. It'll have about 26 grams. All these sodas that you drink can have too much sugar in it. And as a country, a lot of us know, everyone knows someone who have diabetes or heart problems, right? And so sugar is a big thing. So a lot of these drinks, even diet, don't drink them, man. Let's substitute it for some coconut water, some watermelon, something like that where we could drink. But sugar is also a big problem. So on the labels, make sure you look at the sugar content when you're getting it.
The U2 Prostate Support Group hosting a month of cancer awareness activities to drive home the message that early detection is the best protection. Consultant Dr. Robin Roberts is encouraging men 40 years and older to attend the free prostate screenings to be held September 17th through the 26th. The initiative comes in light of data that shows each week 2 new cases of Bahamian men are diagnosed with prostate cancer, and every week at least 1 man with the disease dies.
When detected early and the cancer has not advanced, men can live a full life without fear of dying from the disease. This is more promising today, even for men with advanced disease where the cancer has spread outside the prostate. The new medications that we have available today, men can survive 10 years and beyond. Hence, in this September, the month designated for prostate cancer awareness and education, our U2 group of the Cancer Society of the Bahamas state boldly that in 2024, no man should die of prostate cancer.
Now, the group will also host a prostate cancer symposium on Wednesday, September 18th, where several prostate cancer survivors will share their journey.
In our commitment to ensure accessing care, all men with an elevated PSA result and abnormal prostates on examination will be followed through. We are proud and pleased to announce that as of this month, we launched our prostate biopsy services at the Cancer Society, thanks to the ultrasound machine donated by Dr. Nicholas Fox. There will be more news to come as we set forward to establish a formal prostate cancer clinic beginning in November at the Cancer Society to follow that vision that for 2024, no man should die because of prostate cancer.
Well, you're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
We here at Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service, we do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Back to school, back to football, and back to Super Value and quality supermarkets for great savings like Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs, 14.5 ounces, $169. Pickwell tomato paste, 6 ounces, $109. Weston canola oil, 48 ounces, $4.99. Sweet Gala apples, 3 for $1. Beef short ribs, $2.59 per pound. Remember to save this September at Super Value and quality supermarkets.
It's the battle of the brains, 20 years strong and still going. Powered by Grand Bahama Power, fueling the future with scholarships and new opportunities.
After 20 years, I'm very confident in my team. I believe that we are very intelligent and we are very capable enough to actually win this entire competition.
I'm Leanna Johns. I'm from LAS, and I want to say thank you to Grand Bahama Power and to Buckeye for giving us this opportunity.
The Battle of the Brains, where school pride meets genius.
If you're looking for a show that inspires, encourages, and lifts up the soul, then Rhythm of Faith is the show for you. Artist of the Week showcase, persons that gives you the story behind the song. Catch Rhythm of Faith, Sundays, 6 p.m., ZNS Television Network.
Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis yesterday touting a multi-million-dollar investment in the Family Islands. His comments coming on the sidelines of a heads of agreement signing with Consolidated Water to construct 2 desalination tanks on his Cat Island constituency, providing, for the first time ever, consistent, high-quality water for those residents. The Prime Minister says his administration has made big promises for Family Island development, which he says it plans to deliver.
These latest works form part of the wider $190 million plus capital works program, which will finally set right our nation's public water and sanitation infrastructure. In addition, we are renovating and expanding 14 airports in our Family Islands. We are paving hundreds and hundreds of miles of roads, investing in energy and water solutions, and improving healthcare through renovations of our Family Island clinics. This infrastructural development will be critical as we drive billions in private sector developments throughout our archipelago.
Defense Force Marines posted in the southern Bahamas recently had an additional pair of boots on the ground. RBDF Commodore Dr. Raymond King spending several days and nights in a number of regional commands, along with his men and women, seeing firsthand their living conditions and communities where they're stationed. Commodore King says the annual exercise aims to strengthen the force's effectiveness.
What it does, it makes our response even more effective. From the onset or the receipt of any intelligence report, being able to have assets stationed here at Ragged Island or in Matthewtown, it shortens that runtime and places us strategically to be able to intercept along with our regional partners like OPBAT, United States Coast Guard, as we collaborate on vessels suspected of trafficking drugs, weapons, migrants, poaching vessels. It just makes sense to decentralize our operations to make our interceptions a bit more effective and shorten the time frame.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makishla. A live weather radar showing a line of showers and thunderstorms stretching from Grand Bahama right across Andros. That line is moving slowly towards the east, some of it already starting to close in on the Abacos. And outside of our studios, mostly cloudy skies, temperature 87 degrees, the relative humidity 70%. We have east-southeast winds at 7 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,011.3 millibars, that's 29.86 inches. And your temperatures around the islands this evening, 82 degrees in Marsh, Abaco, Green Atoll, Key, and Freeport at 83 degrees. The Berry Islands, 85. Isle Sound, Bimini, also 85 degrees. 84 in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera, 85. In Fresh Creek, Central Andros, the Mercury Column at 84. 85 in Kemp Space, South Andros, and Black Point, Exuma. Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, 87 degrees. Georgetown, Exuma at 86 degrees. In Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands, all at 86. 85 degrees in Matthewtown, Inagua, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 86 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by a live business where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the northwestern central islands tonight, right through Friday, those winds will remain light and variable with flat seas, 1 to 3 feet. Low tide takes place at 8:57 tonight with another low tide at 8:46 tomorrow morning. And for the southeast bombers through Friday, east to southeast winds a little stronger, 10 to 15 knots. The wave fights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. International temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. The extended weather forecast is still ahead.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, follow us at ZNS Digital on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us on our website at znsbahamas.com.
Is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Your center for savings this September? It can only be Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Best Value Whole Kernel Corn, 15 ounce, 99 cents. Cardinal Evaporated Milk, 14 ounce, 119. Pretty Lady Seedless Grapes, $3.99 per pound. Panama Raw Shrimp, $31.40, 1 pound, $5.99. Baby Back Ribs, $3.39 per pound. Remember to save this September at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Beginning Monday, September 16th, it's the new lineup of ZNS News and Current Affairs, 6 p.m. It's What's Trending, Lifestyles in the Afternoon with Stacey Campbell Marshall, 6:30. We head to the north for the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition, 7 p.m. It's the Bahamas Tonight National Report, followed by the Bahamas Tonight Access, now at 7:30. Then at 8 p.m., your nightly news analysis show, The Rundown, with Clint Watson. And 11 p.m., the Bahamas Tonight at 11 with Royston Jones. It's a full lineup of the new ZNS. And it starts Monday, September 16th. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
We have more than anyone else. We are the most. We are news leaders, and credibility is the order of the day.
Why don't you come to the most? Only the sun can cover you better than our new digital product with exclusive stories and entertaining content.
We are the most. Community TV page and radio community announcements. The most viewers and listeners in the country.
We have the most years of the human history recorded. There's no archive like ours.
I came back home to bring you even more news and local programming. We're simply the most, the new ZNS.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Vontae, and welcome back to another episode of The Drop. Keep going.
2 minutes to airtime. I came back home to make sure you have the most in news and entertainment. We're simply the most.
And I came back home to make sure that you have the most in information, education, entertainment, and inspiration. We're simply the most. The new ZNS, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices? Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Tonight, we begin a three-part series featuring our very own Charles Fisher as he delves into one of our former volleyball greats, Jomo Smith. These days, more focused on the Pentecostal area of life. Let's take a quick look.
Yes, fellas, many of us know the bishop who got a start in the sport from his early teens.
I was 13. I started volleyball in 1977. I was in C.H. Junior High School, 7th grade, under the leader or the coach at the time of Mr. Cashwell Thompson.
And the legacy of Jomo Smith began from there.
I was on the bench, and one of the elderly guys, Ralph Burrows, I think was his name, wasn't feeling too well. He said, give the young boy a shot. And they brought me in the game, age 13, 14 thereabout. And that catapulted me from there. I never, from that day, whatever team I made, I was starting.
So the story can now be titled From the Court to the Pulpit. What a journey.
It's been a road that you can't really say, well, you thought it would have went this way, but it's been a road for me to excel in leadership and in leading the Church of God. It didn't just happen overnight. To see myself here today, I'd be telling a lie. But the road has been one that the Lord has orchestrated. Being in the world of sport and out there in the limelight, in volleyball and all of that, persons know me as Chomo, but who was this guy? When the Lord was working on me.
Now, everyone thought volleyball was his calling, but something happened in the year 2010 that led to a change.
That was my last year I coached the senior women team. We were in Trinidad, and like a light bulb went off. In the locker room, the girls said something to me very profound. All of them. They said to me, Coach, pray for us that we win this game. And we had a final meeting after the tournament. And I gave them a final speech, and it just came out. I said, this is my last year coaching you guys. And when I got back home, my senior pastor at the time, the late Bishop T.C. Stubbs, he had an assignment waiting on me. I didn't even know.
Now, those appointments was District Youth Director and Secretary. In our next story, we talk more about volleyball and its future, as well as his future as Vice President of the Bahamas Olympic Committee. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks, Fisher. Well, the New Providence Softball Association won playoff game last night. This over at the Bankers Field. R&B operators, they've punched their ticket to the championship series, getting a win over the Black Scorpions 19-9, winning the series best of 5, that is 3 games out to 1. And that's your look on sports for you here on this Wednesday. Of course, we do have our Wednesday weather just ahead. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
From June 1st to November 30th, the ZNS Radio and Television Network is the #1 source in the Bahamas for hurricane information before, during, and after a storm. Now is the time to choose your radio and television hurricane season ad packages. Get extra special rates and run the ads only when you want them to run. Call the ZNS sales office today at 502-3800.
We are here in the time of need. There's no discrimination. The mission is to relieve the suffering. We volunteer, we deliver care. With donors and partners, we're always here to turn compassion into action. Protecting life and health with our training throughout the years. We empower to heal the world. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. There is hope, assistance with disasters. There is shelter and love for our people. We can work together to help those in need. So volunteer with us and donate to show you care. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas. Community farming for food security. Climate programs suited for our island country. Together, let's build a more resilient Bahamas.
This message brought to you by the Bahamas Red Cross Society in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Suicide prevention starts with recognizing the warning signs and taking them seriously. If you think a friend or family member is suicidal, there is a lot that you can do to help and save a life. However, for persons who are not in the grips of suicidal depression and despair, it's a bit difficult to understand what actually drives many individuals to take their own lives. A suicidal person may feel as if there is no help available and they're in so much pain that there aren't any other options. So here are a few warning signs to look out for. A person frequently talking about suicide, self-loathing or self-hatred, suddenly getting their affairs in order, saying goodbye to loved ones, withdrawing from others, and self-destructive behavior. Talking to a friend or family member about their suicidal thoughts and feelings can be extremely difficult for anyone. If you are unsure whether or not someone is suicidal, the best way to find out is to simply ask. Giving a suicidal person the opportunity to express their feelings can provide relief from loneliness, pent-up negative feelings, and perhaps prevent an attempted suicide. You can start the conversation with statements like, "I've been feeling concerned about you lately. I've noticed some differences in you and wondered how you're doing today." If they confide in you and they are suicidal, respond quickly by telling them you care and get them the help that is needed. Help is always available at the Crisis Center, the Department of Social Services, BASH, Sandlands Rehabilitation Center, and the National Hotline for 24-Hour Crisis. Find someone that you can trust to talk to about your feelings and get the support and help that is needed. I am Inspector Mikal Pinder, reassuring you that your mental health matters. You are not alone. Get the help that is needed today.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we continue to keep our eyes on Francine in the Gulf. It's about to make a landfall anytime soon near the Louisiana coast. And as it moves inland, we expect some rapid degeneration of that system, with those rainfall continuing into tomorrow, which will result in some flooding along the coastal areas of Louisiana. And as we look in the far eastern Atlantic, we have tropical depression number 7, and that now has about an 80% chance of becoming a tropical cyclone over the next day or two, so we'll keep our eyes on that as well. And just ahead of that, 2 other areas with a 40% chance of development over the next few days. And we go back to our live weather radar, and we see we still have that pocket of showers and thunderstorms now moving into the Abacos over west and east Grand Bahama. Also the Andros area, central Andros, experiencing some heavy showers as well, with some moderate precipitation over central Eleuthera. And our forecast for tonight, mostly cloudy, a bit on the warm side, but a low temperature of 79 degrees. And tomorrow, we're looking at cloudy conditions again, thunderstorms in spots, high temperature 88 degrees. And your extended weather forecast, the pop-up showers and thunderstorms will be with us through Friday. Saturday, Sunday looks a lot better with lots of sunshine in our forecast, and we'll have that right into Monday, but the cloudiness will return come Tuesday with scattered showers and thunderstorms returning. McKitchler.
Well, thanks, Basil. And before we leave, staff and students of Carlton E. Francis Primary enjoyed a free hot meal to start their day. The nutritious breakfast provided by Area Member of Parliament and House Speaker, the Honourable Patricia DeVoe, says the program is part of her Before Books initiative, aimed at giving students the nutritional support they need to succeed academically.
And we started this program based on somebody that I knew and loved, and he has now moved to another place. And so we decided to continue this journey, and so we're here this morning because we believe that a hot, nutritious meal, at least first thing in the morning, will help our children to have a better productive day in the classroom. This is the only school here in the Bamboo Town constituency, so we like to partner with them and do wonderful initiatives for the productivity of the young ones here.
And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.